leave Uganda and go to Kenya, I'm in diaspora.
Yes. You're actually in the diaspora. You are in outside countries.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
We are here again from MNG Studios. Talk about everything
And anything.
you know. Again, the mass. So, what's going on in the village of Akuchal?
And it's called the Diaspora Life.
The Diaspora Life in Canada. Guys, this is from Canada, actually, just to be specific. Tetuli Iganga or.
We are not in.
Uganda.
If you're talking of diaspora, then you have to include everybody, including those in Lagos, in Shasha.
Lagos, it's diaspora?
No.
Why is actually, quick question, diaspora, does it mean like you're someone out of Africa? Or let's say if I'm in Uganda, then I go to Lagos. Am I in diaspora?
Diaspora is anyone that is living outside their home country.
So if I leave Uganda and go to Kenya, I'm in diaspora?
Yes. You're actually in the diaspora. You are in outside countries. But if you're in Iganga and you went to Kampala, you're not in the diaspora.
But I left my home country.
No, that is your home district. You left your home district and went to another district.
All right. I didn't know that part. Actually, I never thought about it.
And actually, you see that in most cases, most people, that is just the exodus is real, and people are always leaving Africa, right? So, and people have started leaving Africa a long time, even before some of us even knew that we were going to exist.
I agree leaving Africa. I support everyone leaving Africa to go look for life, survive.
Yeah, but
as long as you come here and do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but you see, there is a journey. There is a journey of everybody. Yeah, everybody has a story behind what has uprooted them from wherever they were comfortable in or discomfortable in. So I believe that the diaspora holds the biggest, one of the biggest potential for Africa.
It has potential, but are the Africans willing to take those potential?
Bro, let me tell you, the truth is, we as Africans, we export. How we come with the
energy.
With the energy, but those energies are in different forms. Like you have negative energy and positive energy. So if somebody is to bring in or import the negative energy from where they're coming from and plant it here, it is also in full swing, in two folds.
What happens to people? Like someone leaves home knowing everything the way they are, like in the village, for example, if you know everything, your mom is down, your family member depending on you, you know everything, you also promise them, then you get here
and guess what? It's all actually talk about it. You see, how people come here and then they start life here and then they change all of a sudden. Someone came from, let's say, brought a wife, and then the diaspora life consumes the wife or consumes the man, and then before you know it, they're speaking different. They have been there for over 20 years together. But guess what? There is what the diaspora does to someone.
Is it what diaspora does to you? Is just you not being ready to change according to the situation? You lose focus.
Broski. You see, how people get out of, let's say, for instance, I'm from Uganda. You're from Kenya.
Oh.
But you see how people get out of, say, Kenya and then go to Dubai and come back with an accent.
Yeah.
You've noticed that? You see, how...
And they'll have the United States
exactly.
Not even Dubai.
Exactly. So now imagine, that's what happens when you're outside your motherland. There are some characteristics that you want to attract to yourself and you adopt. So when you adopt certain characteristics, you change your original character and you wear the character of where you are.
Yeah.
Now, and that is the problem.
Where in the heart where you are, it's okay, but you can keep yourself. I can change, whatever, Canadian character, United States, but I still have to be me. The more it's not The Morris of USA.
Well, like broski, let me tell you that people perceive these things different. You see, like we're in the diaspora, for example.
Yeah.
There are people that you see, like being here to you now is like it's very normal, right? It's
Totally
you
normal.
go for shopping, you come back, you don't want to even you don't care. Like even taking a picture in maybe in a very big nice mall or whatever, it doesn't matter to you, right?
It's normal, yeah.
But there are people who are it's a do or die. Any small spot, they're like and you know what they're doing to the people that they have left back home? They are killing them with envy. Some of them are they are sending them juju. Because they're living a life of a lie. Like say, okay, they are here in the diaspora, but they are exposing that they are too well off.
Life is good.
Life is too good.
Yeah.
You take a picture and someone is, and you know, by the way, the picture of like someone in the diaspora is totally different.
Yeah, of course. The environment is different, the color, I see it. If I take picture now of me when I'm here, I see the same building. Let's say, for example, I go to Kenya, Uganda, I have the same building, and they take picture of me there and here. Here I may not need editing, I may just send it right away. There I can use my phone. In Uganda, I think I'm going to need a professional camera, and also I need editing to get it to that standard of diaspora.
And even when
the picture just comes,
even when they edit it, you just know this picture was edited. This is not your skin, Morris. This is not your skin.
And this is not even Canada.
This is because I don't know, but it is in the way of life, 2, the environment, 3, the weather, 4, the entire how the country is built itself. So at the end of the day, when we are talking about diaspora life, that because this podcast definitely is going to be about diaspora life, and we are just wanting to, like, if we are to give the context of the diaspora life, there is a lot that goes in, because
the good and the bad.
The good and the bad, but it starts with the cultural shock that we are trying to talk about, because the cultural shock comes in the day you step foot on this ground. Yes, the day you arrive.
And everything is just open book.
The moment you get to the airport, you can notice who has just arrived for the first time in the diaspora. Yes, you can know by how they are walking, by how they are pulling their bags. Some of them, you have like a roller bag, but someone is carrying it, right? So instead of like,
I don't blame people, man.
but those are characteristics, right?
Yeah, it's just you don't know things.
So then you're walking and then you're admiring lights. You're walking like this, like
you're not believing that you're here.
Yes, you don't believe you're already here,
but you don't believe it, like
understand, man. And then he has already passed the immigration,
everything,
but he's still holding his passport and the ticket. And the ticket just in case.
That's the only thing you have at the time. The passport.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Personally, I think diaspora is good, but the people come into it are the problem.
Yeah,
the people still come with the whole mentality.
But Maurice, you wanted them to come with what?
Yeah, come on, you're in Canada now. It's nothing like an Indian or US, wherever you are, Dubai or Lagos.
You see, when we are talking about diaspora, it's USA, whoever is in USA or outside their home country, just to know one thing.
For not even Kenya is a diaspora.
One thing is known for a fact. There is a way it consumes you as a person. So you're not going to say that because you've left the home country now you're going to behave like no. You come with your character, with yourself. So even if I'm coming in with a good character, how I incorporate and settle in determines how my character becomes, right? Because at the end of the day, most people that come here become very successful or even fall back.
I think that's true. But in our people, I'll talk about Africa because I know much. I don't think you're that much successful as other
Other communities.
Other community.
That's actually a topic of another day. And today, since we are just giving context, you see, success in the diaspora is dependent on so many factors, including the first contact. You know, like I told you about, like the day you arrive,
that's
your first contacts
who you talk to,
determine
the information you get.
Exactly.
Because you're gonna trust those people thinking that they're really here and they know what to do. Actually, that's true. The people I met when I just arrived, don't get me wrong, they were nice, but I think I had wrong information.
How do you know?
Honestly, the information I know now, if I knew it that day when I came, things would be different.
But guess what? If you've just arrived, or if you've just come into Canada, or the diaspora, have you noticed that almost everyone that has been here before you is almost an expert in something? You know, like how you start a conversation and the person says, I've been here 15 years. What? Is that even necessary? Is that even part of the conversation? Like,
It's an open,
when I just come here, we used to go for, like, you know, those community gatherings. So, because of course diaspora is formed of different communities. The Indians have their own community, the Nigerians, so each community, like now our Ugandan community.
Yeah.
So you go to a community gathering and then someone is to introduce himself. Simply get up and say, my name is George. And
it depends on the event.
no, it is.
But this is the thing though, if let's say it depends on the event. Some people always, I want to know how many years we've been here, maybe.
Let me tell you, it's not necessary. Why would you get up and tell us, hello everybody, my name is George, I have been here for 15 years, for 20 years. How is it even part of the introduction?
Actually, it doesn't matter because if someone has been here 20 years and the guy's been here 5 years, and
5 days.
5 days. The guy of 5 years doing the things of 20 years I've done. So I think the years doesn't matter.
Exactly. That one actually is another topic of another day. But the thing is, these people that you meet that become expert of everything, you meet somebody and then you tell somebody that, oh, you know what? I am in the process of my immigration, and you see, have you done this? Have you done this? Then you tell the person, no. Those things are and gives you another 180
But now the question is,
of the same.
Where do you get the right information from?
Of course, there is a lot of resources. We people, let's say, I don't want to generalize and I don't want to stereotype.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be very mindful of what I'm going to say. But the thing about us from especially Africa is we don't want to quest for information. We rely so much. If Maurice, you told me, I will rely on your information than me searching for the information.
Yes, sir.
So guess what happens? Because some of these things are so obvious that even in Google, you can Google, but I would want Maurice to tell me how it is done, and why it's done, and then I am comfortable.
That's the thing I told you earlier. We're still stuck in that
mentality.
Because the system of home works like everything has an agent for it.
And it's hearsay.
Yeah, everything. There's an agent for it. You want this? Call this guy. You even go to the taxi park, you want to go to Kampala, there's always that guy standing there who knows every cars where they are.
Yes.
We can just have it, like for example, I'll give you an example, a TTC. Is there someone sitting there and saying, hey, you want to go this side?
No.
You just look. So you're stuck in that.
It's self-centered.
Self-centered.
You self-serve yourself.
There. You want to go north? There's a north bus. You can ask someone. It's strange actually, but you're going to find a TTC person and ask them there.
And actually, I think that this is why we need a platform like this, like a podcast that can be able to talk about diaspora life. What to do, how to do, and information. Because you see, we're going to be having a lot of topical discussion. Today, it's episode 1 of just introduction. And when we're introducing this, it's like, okay, you've come to the diaspora, cultural shock. we're going to share stories of culture, you know, how people transitioned. For example, we want to know how Morris, when did Morris get here? How did he incorporate himself and stuff like that? Then we'll have people that will share their own experiences. Then we have to have about jobs and working in Canada. Your first jobs, for example, your first job. What did you do? Because you see, when you are out there, bro, your expectation, the people that are watching us right now, the expectation they have about you who is speaking. They know you have reached. They know there is a tree that you go every morning and then you pluck money. And they know you have this very nice job that provides you with everything. So the expectation, how did you manage that transition and expectation when you got your first job? Because I believe it, yes. It's not what you're doing right now, but it's part of the journey. Then we will be able to share about finances, how we manage finances, marriage, relationships in the diaspora.
That's another topic on it.
Then we are going to talk about all the blunders that people have made, like the mistakes that people have made in their diaspora life and journey, and all the regrets. Then we are going to bring experts
and different progress. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. The thing I like with diaspora, especially for example Canada, you can go anywhere.
Yeah, you can go anywhere when
you don't want to go.
No, when your immigration status is okay.
The immigration status always change.
No, you see,
to be patient.
Let me tell you, there is someone out there that has been told the moment people come into the diaspora and they are placed in a space and they are told, don't get out of the house. You get out, police has you.
And now that's when you go back to that thing. Diaspora is different. There's not that thing where we see you Mutagambi police all that stuff. Life is different. You're protected actually.
Yeah, you're protected.
Even the people who don't have status are protected.
You're protected. Yeah. But when you know.
So how do you know that information?
You're protected when you know that you're protected. But if you do not know that, that is the person that is actually being told that you are not supposed to send money back home because the system is going to know that you have money.
We're supposed to.
Somebody is told that.
Actually, I met a guy who was told I'm not supposed to show that I know people here. The government will think that I know someone here, so they'll send me back home. Then
somebody called me just recently this weekend and asked me, now, George, you see, I did this from back home. Now I'm doing my resume. Want the government to know that I didn't I didn't say that in my immigration process. I said, what is wrong with you? Just apply for the job and then you negotiate and put in all your experiences and the places you have worked.
And if you get it, you get it. Something you do at home, you can do it here. Go ahead and work, make money.
Now, when it comes to that, the diaspora has a lot of stories. There is this thing of healthy competition. There is a lot of things to do with how someone just works so hard and then they are conned by their own relatives.
Yeah.
They send all this money that they toil with. These people are our sisters and brothers that are in Dubai, let's say in Middle East. They work so hard. They get so harsh conditions of work, but then they send a little money back home and somebody just...
And whoever grab it, it's a family member. That's the saddest part of the thing. Families are good, but families also are dangerous.
Yeah, but I think...
But with the way things are right now, the technology we have, I think we can still send our money, not leave it there, not to be touched until when you're back.
Yeah.
There's many options now. I think everyone watching this, whenever you're actually sending money home for someone to do something, if you trust them, good for you. I failed to find someone I trust.
You failed.
If I send money home, if it goes, I'm okay. Like I think I reached a point where if I'm giving money to help, I just give and forget about it.
Yeah, but guess what? You see, some people come and then they have all their hopes in that one person, and they have no any other person.
This is the thing, though. this thing about life, three things which, say a person like me right now, you don't know what I'll be tomorrow if I become a president.
Yeah, sure.
I can chase you off the street, you know that.
Yes.
You can call me at the door and say, hey, tell him it's George. I say, no, I've never heard of that guy. So there's a way these things change people. A guy who used to get mkalo gumu mwezi, bavuga pichi, kuchalo, afuna mwezi, unaka kozi 15, he gave 2,000 to the owner of the boda. And now you're sending him 1 million every 2 weeks. What do you think is going?
He's going to look for something.
What thing is going to happen?
Yeah.
It's not getting to his head, right? So I don't think it's the person I knew 10, 15 years ago.
It's not the same person.
It's not the same person. Unless we live together. Some people actually, I have a friend that always say the same why I left them. Like I trust them. They have never changed. I'll give you a lot of money. I can tell you this.
But how do you determine change? Like the situations that you look at and then you're like, okay, so if this person has changed, of course there are characteristics, but then how do you determine that this person has changed?
For example, okay, I'll give an example myself. Let's say right now you can come to my place or whatever and just talk to me, give me a call. You can call me late whatever time. You can call me for this and you find it easy to get to me. And all of a sudden something happened to me, either become a leader or I make a lot of money.
If you used to send me money, I've eaten enough of your money. Now I've become big-headed.
Even if I send the money, ask you a question, you also ask them questions, man, and say, hey, you just send me 1 million, so what do you expect?
What do you expect? It's very little.
It's very little. Right?
I have a friend of mine, by the way, that he bought a Range Rover and he gave to his friend to keep it. And all of a sudden, the guy boards a plane to go back. The guy has been telling everybody that the Range Rover is his. And before you know it, the guy realizes the friend is bossing around with the Range Rover and didn't even know that he's around in the country. The guy goes in hiding. And when they started hiding,
excuse me. With the Range Rover?
He went into hiding with the Range Rover. And the Range Rover is not even in the guy's name anymore.
Or the owner?
Yes, the owner is the person in the diaspora, and the guy that is down there, everyone knows it is his.
How did you start a project? I don't know. Like personally, I think if I would
people have trust issues.
No, if
they are willing to trust a friend than the family member, and there are those that are willing to trust a family member that end up disappointing them. But a friend can actually be there for the person. So this thing about trust, it is informed by a past experience. For example, if I trusted a family member and the family member does something to me, I will have a bad experience with that. Then I would rather just now trust a friend and say, you know what, guy, go and buy for me those pieces of land.
If you don't get someone, technology is good. If you can afford it, keep your money until when.
I think so. So basically, if we are to talk about Diaspora Life, Diaspora Life is so huge and is so robust in terms of understanding the in and out, the nitty-gritties, the life that people go through every day. We'll actually the best way that we're going to do also is to bring in like a scenario situation that someone has gone through. You know, like how those media, whatever, that people go through, and then you're like, the woman is chasing the man out of the house. Get, go. And then you have situations where even someone is getting chased from whatever because of rent, someone that. So then we give you the reality of the diaspora.
Real life story, men are chased out compared to back home. Actually, here, men run for their lives. Back home, women run for their lives.
Someone said that if you want to be successful in the diaspora and you're married, you need to be a king in jail. You need to be a king in jail. In other words, you must be able to make sure that the woman is the boss at all times at home to have peace. But if you want problems,
become a boss.
Become the boss. Force yourself to be a boss. Because you see, the thing where we were talking about the cultural shock.
Yeah.
When you bring in the aspect of how our marriage is engulfed in where we come from, and you dump it and put it here into perspective, that's where you're wrong already.
Yeah. It's a different culture. Yeah.
And that's how people get problems.
Yeah, I think most of men leave home with that culture. You know what? I'm a man. All I need is give my wife, once I give you a place, give you food, go back home work. You give a woman money for food, nothing to do with the kids, you're done. Here, women demand to be taken out. They need your time. You talk to them.
But talking about time, what time do you have when you have shift after shift? Because the check has to come. Bills have to be paid.
Well, if you're working, giving money, they'll complain. I need your time. I need to go for lunch. I need to go for dinner. I don't want to use the word complain because women here will come for me. They will request or demand. Okay. And also now, if you're staying home a lot, they'll say,
"You're not working.
You're not working.
You're useless.
You're useless.
You have no skirt."
Yeah. So
those and many more.
Those are many more, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, first episode.
Boom, kaboom. Till next time.